right. 22 hours, no, 23 hours and 55 minutes. And as you know, we on a 24-hour time over here. And as we know, praise to the Father Yah and His Son Yeshua on this TGIFF. Thank God it's Fasting Friday, and that's about to end as well. And as we know, the Sabbath about to start once the sun go down. So Shabbat Shalom. And peace and blessings to the brothers and sisters, all those that you know who always just keeping the Sabbath. And as we know, this is a command as well. And as we do God's work, we have to understand that the things that we have to do with our flesh desires, we have to stop them until, once the sundown is sundown. You understand? But as we know, as we respect the Sabbath, we already know those that out here about to be doing a Memorial Day. And, once again, it's sad that, that the world don't shut down for the Sabbath, but they always shut down on the paganism. So this is why we have to deprogram and always understand the things that the Father teaches in the Bible. So this is why we have to do our due diligence and always understand as we seek evolution and our salvation. That's how we receive our blessings on the daily. So as you know, this is why I come every Shabbat. So I always read out of Genesis and Exodus, because this is the creation. And as we know, this is the beginning. And I always tell everyone that, this is the best place to be to bring in God's work as well. Because we already know that Yah is the Father. And we know that He created everything on this earth. And as we know, as it teaches in Genesis 1, as we see, in the beginning, God created the heavens and earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. So we have to understand, as you know, as three tellers, that God said, let there be light. And there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness He called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. So this is how we do our due diligence when it comes down to the first day. You understand? 24 hours. And this is why we say that we on like from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. However you want to look at it. 24 hours, 8 to 8. You understand? From sundown to sundown. And this is what it teaches as well. And it teaches as in 14, it said, and God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years, and let them be for light in the firmament of the heavens to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. And He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heavens to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. So as we know, on the fourth day, the Father had created the sun, and as we know, as the moon and the stars as well too. So this is how, as it teaches that it says in 14, let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. So this is what we do, because we know that we don't praise the stars and the moons and the suns, because it teaches that in Deuteronomy, I think like 4:19. You understand? So this is why we have to understand that, when you see the sun, the moon, and the stars, they give us directions and let us know when the end of the month, and all them good things. The same with the weather. So, as we know that this is about to be the Hebrew day 26. You understand? And as we know that this is the second month of Liar as well too. So this is why we have to deprogram ourselves from the paganism, from the Roman Greco calendar. You understand? And peace and blessings to those who just came up in here. As we seeing the sunset. And once the sun set, we know that's when the Sabbath begins.